I want to say thanks to God first and foremost for just allowing me to be here. And then I want to say a special thanks to my family, my husband, who supports me in being here today. Thank you to the Say a Prayer for My Country group for having the deep interest and desire to invest in this moment and this time. And to all of you who are present here today, I want to say thank you for showing up. And by showing up, saying that I care and that I see the need to stand up against violence in our communities. All the speakers here tonight have truly touched my heart. But my desire here tonight is to impact, is to influence, infuse, and encourage the hearts of our young people, even beyond these doors, to see the importance of valuing themselves. There is a silent but desperate cry of our young people today. A cry that groans for the leadership of those who will stand up and fight for what is right. And may I add that when we sleep and do nothing, eventually evil comes knocking at our doors. This is not a time for us to stand, for us to sit down, stand back and watch and just pray. It's a time to act. And I want to support what Mr. James said. Young people need mentors today, and mentors are you and me.
True, so true.
We need to be their example. They need to see the example of what is right from what is wrong, to do the things that are right. The time is near, and a time has come. We are a young generation is willing, able, and ready to stand up. There's only one problem. They don't know it. They don't know it. We need, may I add, we need to influence our young people today for righteousness. For righteousness. And today, my focus is value in their sexuality. Let me tell you something. More young people than you know or could even begin to imagine are sexually active in early stages of their life, even in adolescence. And I want to add to you that is a physical attack by our enemy. Why? Because when you become sexually involved and it's not under the proper circumstances, it's not done based on its purpose, it becomes a physical destruction to our own selves. Young people are not here today, not because they don't want to be. Young people are not here today because they do not see and understand the importance of valuing themselves. Because when they see that lies the importance of valuing their future. To value oneself is to value your life. We need to realize that sexual promiscuity and violence are spiritual and physical forms of evil that come against the humankind for destruction. And when we stand back and do nothing to encourage our young people, to help our young people, we're destroying ourselves. I want to challenge all of us here today. Really challenge us today to get one person, if not two, and invest in that individual. Pray for them to begin with, but then talk to them. And talk to them with a pure heart, a sound mind, to encourage them to wait. And if they need ideas what to do in the meantime, tell them learn how to become a man. Tell the women learn how to cook and how to take care of a child. Because sex leads to children at some point. And if we're ignorant enough, we only bring another child in this world to destroy it. How much longer? How much longer are we supposed to just stand by and not mentor our young people according to Adam, Mr. James? We need to do it. We need to step back from ourselves and realize that if we don't begin to invest in our own, that we are truly creating our own destruction. Life is short. Life is very short. And one of the greatest investments you and I could make in this lifetime is to not just give a child a fish, but teach a child how to fish. Let me tell you something. At some point, whether it be peer pressure or some guy want to tell you you are the most beautiful thing in the world, don't believe it. Even if you mean it. Because the moment you give yourself to him sexually, he no longer sees that value. Why? Because you become humbled. And if he has not yet made that commitment to take care of you and help you to grow up into a strong woman, he leaves you with that humility, with that shame, and you only carry it to another man. Young men think, oh, it's okay. It's actually good for me to sleep with as many women as I want. Let me tell you, read the Bible, okay? The strongest man in history, Samson. Okay? Samson lost his strength by a woman. Let me tell you something. Say you purity. preserve your sexuality until marriage. And find a woman who does the same. It doesn't mean that everything is going to be perfect, but it brings purity into your marriage. It allows possibility for growth and a lasting relationship. Through that, you will learn how to take care of a woman. Why? Because when you're intimate with her, you're not thinking about Sally and Susie and Christy and Shan. You will value her, and in doing so, she will value you and rise up to be the woman that God created her to be for you. Many of us have made the mistake and have learned hard, and if you made that mistake today, I'm challenging you. Find a young